My name's Rebecca Vaughan.
Rebecca Vaughan?
Vaughan, yeah, like Johnny Vaughan or Sarah Vaughan. So, you know, I'm 37.
37?
Yeah, I'm done getting old though, can't be bothered with it anymore. But yeah, no, so I grew up in children's homes, gone from being the sheep out amongst the wolves when I was the youngest one, you know, up to being the kind of mother hen and having everyone in my room smoking weed, just put a towel by the door and, you know, if you're not going to come back, let us know, get you reported missing early. You know, so I was always going to parties. I was what I call a recreational weed smoker. So that was my hobby, that's what we done, you know, like making tulips. I could have been a puffhead forever and never thought I had a problem, or a K-head, just until I was pissing my bladder out and never thought I had a problem. But when you're on gear, it's like, you have got a fucking problem. You need to sort your shit out. There's no frills. And you know, before I used to call it in search of oblivion. Like if I went to a party, I would take whatever was on offer. I was just in search of oblivion. Whereas now, like if I go out, if someone offers me some, like if I don't want any MDMA or whatever, I don't need to take. I know that I can jam with the working girls on Valence Road or mingle in the fucking Royal Box at Ascot. You know, I've got quite a wide, I can communicate with people, and all my jobs have always been that sort of thing.
What led to you being in the foster home?
That was with my mum when I was on the at-risk register and I had that situation, and I was a bit manipulative when I was a kid, and obviously when you try and explain that to psychoanalytic kind of social workers, they don't really hear you and they just think, and then they gave me an opportunity in a family with, you know, 2 dogs, 3 older sisters, brothers, piano lessons, family setting, holidays, and a distraction from my mum. And I felt so much guilt after when that broke down that I didn't kind of spend more time trying to get back with my mum, because they gave me such a opportunity. And then when they kicked me out, and they gave me an exorcism, take the devil out of this child. I had so much anger towards them. I just literally used to draw coffins with their names on my windows and stuff, like, because I just felt so betrayed and let down. And and also that I let down my mum.
At what age was this?
I was 7.
You were 7 when you went to foster home? Yeah. At what age did you start taking drugs?
I've had my first probably solvents and stuff at about 9. Caught with a can of lighted gas at about 9, and then spliffs, weed, and then I was a big time K-head from about 15 onwards to about 22, 3.
Okay.
Ketamine.
Yeah.
I mean, I first tried like white and brown when I was about 16, but I was working a Saturday job. I grew up in a posh area, but I would never be pitied or looked down on, so it was always very important that I had my own money, my own graft. I always had a Saturday job. I'd always buy my cigarettes before school, sell them for 50p each, get my lunch money back, or nick my makeup, sell it for things. I always, my friends didn't realise that they were rich, but if you're 14 and you can look at a pair of shoes that cost £140, if you're not buying them this week, you can buy them at the end of the month. They don't realise that they're rich, but they are when I'm in care and I know I get £38 spent on me for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, so it was a different world. So I always kind of was very self-sufficient. I used to do business. I don't really much anymore. Well, celibate here, celibate there.
So you used to be?
I used to be a working girl.
So you used to be on ketamine?
Yeah.
And then you tried?
And then I tried, yeah.
At the age of 16?
Yeah, but
Issue for
it came an issue when I was about 23, 24, when I broke out of a relationship, and where the guy that I was with, his parents had been into the white and brown, and we used to go and do lots of like party drugs together, but I knew that it was kind of a full stop after the relationship at the moment. So I've healed most of them, but yeah, it looks quite fucked up now.
Yeah, but you're still using them though, aren't you?
No, but I do pick at myself though.
I saw you injecting it. So you've been doing it for
15 years habitually.
Okay. How did you get your funding? How did you fund that?
Well, I'm a great person, so people want to smoke with me. I don't know, so I sell my papers, that makes me money. Sometimes I'll sit down and beg, or sometimes I will just approach people. I mean, I used to do prostitution, but sex became very delicate. When you use it as a commodity, it becomes hard to have it as a normal, healthy part of life, and it's taken me a while to sort of re-educate myself on that and be able to have gratuitous, nice sexual relationships. So I'm very cautious about tainting that again. Most fellas on these kind of things, if they knew they could go out at stupid in the morning and do a 2-minute bit of oral sex protected on a woman for, you know, 30 quid, they quite happily would. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't do sex really, but, you know, if I have, you know, done the other, but as I said, like, I don't rob people, I don't wrong people, not for them, for me, because my conscience is worth more clear.
So you've done the other. You said you wouldn't do sex, but you've done the other.
Oh, blowjobs, oral. It's not so intimate. Like, I'm not intimate, but I mean, I suppose where I didn't have sex for a long time, I became, I don't know, I'm not a bag puss, put it that way. So sex.
So not for a long time. How long did you long
3 years. I had some bad experiences, sort of doing work and got raped and shit like that. And so yeah, I kind of was just off sex completely, and then it wasn't that it was because of that, but then it became just something I wasn't willing to just, I don't know, so yeah, it was quite a while, and then I don't know, I kind of re-educated myself about the sacredness of self and who we share ourselves with.